John, obviously no fixture last week, a chance to recharge the batteries. How have you spent the last 10, 11 days without a game?
Well, first of all, we've been looking at the injury list and trying to get as many on the field as we possibly can, because it was a costly game to us up at Workington with Ant Walker's knee injury, and also Ben Evans picked up a similar type of injury as well, although we're hoping Ben's not going to be out quite as long as Ant. So it was a costly fixture for us, and if you put on top of that Steve Crossley's been out with COVID, so we're hoping he recovers in time for this week. So it hasn't been the easiest fortnight, but on the other hand as well, what we've done is we've been able to get some real tough training into the legs, and we feel that will benefit them in the fullness of the season going forward.
I was going to ask you if you prefer the week-on-week rhythm of games, or if you prefer a week off every now and again. I think we've had a bit of a benefit of a week off there, resting some sore bodies.
We have, yes, we have, then no doubt about that. But there again, we were running to some good form as well. You know, the league game were tremendous. I thought we were very professional up at Workington, despite a short turnaround and the fatigue of the journey up there. And you know, obviously, it would have been nice to have continued, but as you rightly say, look, you know, those three would have definitely been out, and two will be out this week anyway, it's for certain, and possibly the third for down in London.
It's another long trip down the coast, back down to London for the second time this year. It's going to require that same mentality, professionalism against a team who are, you know, getting better week on week.
Yeah, I think that's one thing that I think everybody's acknowledged is they brought in a lot of new overseas players who I think found it a little difficult to settle initially in London. I think they've overcome that hurdle now, and obviously they are improving week upon week. I mean, I heard on TV one of the stats that the BBC gave out was that Barrow hadn't been beaten at home in the past 2 years. Well, the only team who had obviously gone near to that was London, who drew with them the previous week to the Huddersfield game. So I think that indicates how much improved they are, as well as the result against York, which they lost by 2 points. So their last two performances have been pretty good, no doubt about that. We've studied them in depth. We feel as if we know what they'll throw at us, so we can combat that. But also we feel as if we've got one or two areas as well that we might be able to exploit.
Like with the league fixture, when you then played Leigh in the Cup, you played London in the Cup, does having that knowledge of how the play benefit all going into this week? It'll be the same for them, of course.
Yeah.
A real arm wrestle for 60, 65 minutes, and as you said, I've got better since.
They have, yes. I mean, obviously it does, but I mean, we're going to have a changed team. There's no doubt about that from what the last time we went down there. I mean, if you remember last time, Kear played stand-off half, so you know we've got the Lily Patton partnership back, which is obviously a big plus point. But obviously a negative is the fact that we haven't got the same middle unit players available. So there'll be a different dynamic to our team this week, but we feel that we've got the personnel who are good enough in order to go down there, accept the difficulties of the travel and the opposition, but still come away with a smile on our face with a win in our pocket.
Having already done the journey and the logistics around that day, does that help, you know, prepare you for the second time you go down?
It does, yes, it does. I mean, when we travelled down last time, we got it right going down. Coming back we didn't, because there was an accident on the M25, and I think it was just shy of midnight when we all got home. So when players are working on a Monday morning, that's a tough call. But we'll certainly follow the same procedure going down, hopefully have the same or better result, and then we can get back a little bit quicker than we did last time we went down there.
Is the message to players the same as before Workington? Workington were looking for their first win, still are. London the same, although they picked up a good point at Barrow.
Yeah, I think it is, but they're a little different from Workington in how they play, as they would be, because they've got different personnel and coaches, and it's a different surroundings as well. So I think there's different challenges that they throw there, but it's a banana skin, there's no doubt about that. And they'll be looking at this, they'll look at our team, I've no doubt, prior to the game, and feel they've really got a great chance. So we've got to make sure we turn up, we're ready to go from the off, to make sure we don't give them a sniff.
With Dan Fleming, Ant Walker, Ben Evans looking like they're going to be out for some time, is it an opportunity for some of the lads from the reserves, you know, who've impressed in recent weeks? How are you looking to, you know, work around that?
Yeah, well, we built up a strong squad. There's no doubt about that. But we built up a strong squad knowing full well we're going to run two teams, and the two teams being pushed to the limit this week. You know, poor old Mark Dunn he's taking a team over to Wigan on Friday night, and that's going to be a very tough ask with the personnel he's got available. But they might sort of accept that challenge, as they did against Warrington, roll the sleeves up, and we might come away and think, wow, what a job that they've done, because both the academy against Wigan were superb, the reserves against Warrington were superb, so there are great signs of the youngsters coming through.
When you look at the team that touched the field against Workington, Sammy Kibula, Evan Skir, Brad England, AJ Wallace, there's a lot of talent who aren't making the 17 at the moment, but waiting in the wings for an injury and such, and the opportunity arises, and the benefit of having the strong squad and the recruitment that is in the off-season. Exactly
right, and that's obviously, it looks like we've got one of the Leeds players as well, which is obviously a bonus, because I think all of the 3 Leeds players that we've used have added value to us. So yeah, it's not all doom and gloom by any means, you know, and when these players do get their opportunity, they've got to take that opportunity and make it really difficult for when Steve Crossley and when Ben Evans and Dan Fleming and Nant Walker start coming back, and Rhys Evans, who's also suffering from an illness, when they're coming back, I've got to have some serious decisions to make then, and that's what I'm hoping for.
Just finally, we're heading into a really busy but crucial month, April, as London, Barrow, Halifax and Featherstone, some big games against some big rivals. Is this the month where you set the tone for what's to come, heading towards the halfway stage?
No, I think the players have set the tone, to tell you the truth. I think they've shown continuous improvement. So if we continue to do that, I'll be happy. And as you rightly say, it is a tough month, you know, and the start of next month with the trip to Whitehaven doesn't get any easier, does it? But this is a really tough month, and it will test our mettle, and we'll have to say exactly what we come away with. But I'm confident we'll do well.
Thank you, John.
Thank you.